Hey everyone, welcome to Bobini Creates and welcome to another whip day. I'm working in Tales from the Forest Kingdom today by Hanna Karlzon, and the page I'm working on is this one here, which is sweet little fairy with her little terrariums, I guess we'd call them. But what I've done so far, just to catch up to speed, is I've based everything with Derwent Inktense. So this is lots of layers. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but it's lots of layers and different colors. And I really kind of like the soft watercolor effect. So I don't want to do too much pencil work, but I do want to do some. So that's where we're at. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of pencil work here and there. So I think what I kind of want to do is just sort of keep the glow look around her, and kind of just keep things a little bit light. I'll shade here and there. So I thought I'd bring you along for that. And I hope you guys are doing good. And I hope that you've decided to pull out something that you're working on and we can color together. That's kind of my intention with these videos, is just to sort of keep you company, and you can keep me company as well. So what is new with you guys? Anything? I had a fun week with coloring. I got all sorts of good little projects either done or in the works, you know, and really enjoyed the variety of coloring that I'm working on. And oh, something fun. I was a guest on Davissa's stream, DJ's Colorful Escape, and I just really enjoyed myself being on her stream with her. The chat is just so much fun, and didn't get a lot of coloring done on my end. You know, I was too, I was too into chatting with everybody, but that's kind of what it's about, you know. So that was just a blast. Really, really fun. We worked in, what did we work in? Cottage Core Galore by Katie Vaz, and we worked on different pages. So that was kind of cool. And I actually got my page done, so I'll have to, you'll see that in my completed pages video. So that was good. Let's see, I finished my page from last week's whip day. Let me see. Actually, let me go ahead and grab that real quick and I'll show. Okay, so here is the finished page from last week's whip day. This is from Botanicum by Maria Trolle, and what a blast that was. You know, just really nice and cheery and perfect for Easter or spring or whatever. So yeah, that was super, super fun. So I'm always glad to have those finished up, you know, after the video. So anyway, actually, so I'm not going to overdo her skin here. This is kind of a smaller area, so I don't think it's that big of a deal to kind of overwork it here. So I got a little bit of the Inktense here, so I had to use some Posca to kind of cover that up. I mean, it wasn't much, but I did cover that up a little bit. So sometimes that's hard to cover up with a pencil, which is super irritating, but oh well, you know. I think I'm in here with a little bit of henna just to darken that up. And I don't want her to be too dark, because I do want to keep, I want that glowy effect, you know. So there we have it, but just a little bit of shading here and there. So let's see here, what else is going on? So we had in Davissa stream, I had mentioned that I've got a tortoise. I've probably mentioned it on here as well, you know, but we've got a little desert tortoise that lives in our backyard, and I never know where he goes in the winter time, even though I made him a little habitat, a little like a little cave type thing, you know, where he can you know, seek shelter, that type of thing. He never liked it. He always, from the day I made it, he just didn't want any part of it. So it's still, you know, out there if he wants to use it, but alas, he does not want to use it. So we never know where he hibernates. We think it's under our storage shed, but we're really not sure. So, you know, we were pleasantly surprised to see him come out here this week. Usually he kind of emerges in February, but you know, this time it was a little bit later than usual, so we were a little bit concerned about that. So yeah, anyway, he's out and about, but he's kind of what we call him, our little version of a groundhog. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna pull out not my electric eraser, but this one. I got this one a little too dark, and I do want to kind of keep that a little glowy. I didn't mean to do that. You know what, I'll go in with the electric eraser later, so I'm not making a bunch of noise. But anyway, yeah, he's kind of our version of a groundhog, because we kind of feel like, you know, once he emerges, that's the start of spring. You know, he's out and about. But the sad part was, he comes out, and of course it rains, you know, cats and dogs that day. So poor little guy, he's probably like, what in the heck did I even wake up for? I could have been sleeping through this. Thank you very much. But oh well. Oh well, oh well. All right. But yeah, he's a little cutie. He's a small little tortoise. Small but mighty, you know. I'm going to sharpen this real quick in just a second. Oops. I was kind of trying to decide what color to do the hair, and again, I decided, you know, I kind of want to keep it glowy, so I decided to go ahead and do kind of a blonde look here. We'll maybe add a little bit of a reddish brown in there. There we go. I love this little book. Just the cutest images in here. Okay, let's find reddish brown. Let's do something like maybe a sienna brown, I'm feeling like. Yep. Just a tiny little bit here and there. But I was pleased with the way my background came out. I need to do a little bit of smoothing, like I don't love this little transition there, and you know, I feel like I could be a little darker down here. Move on to her dress a little bit here. And again, I do want to keep this sort of painterly and light, so I don't want to overdo the shadow here, but I do want to add a little bit. The other thing I really like about using these, like the Derwent or Neocolor 2 or something like that, is it really provides some nice tooth for the paper, and I enjoy that. You can just really feel it gripping, and yeah, that's a good thing, you know. You know what, I'm gonna snag this little bracelet and color that in, or anklet rather. She's kind of a styling little fairy, as you can see. That is another thing about Hanna Karlzon, is she tends to like her jewelry in, you know, on the little characters and whatnot. Jewels and jewelry, lots of gems, lots of jewelry, earrings and necklaces and headdresses and that type of thing, you know. Okay. Again, wanting to keep that a little bit lighter. Yeah, I think that's not bad. I might come in here with a little bit darker with that pumpkin orange and some of the darker spots. Okay, I think I will go ahead and work ahead a little bit here, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so I've just kind of finished the wings. I wanted just a representation of some different colors that were throughout the picture. What I'll probably do is I'll go in with something at it, maybe stickles, maybe the holographic acrylic paint. I'm not really sure, just to kind of give it a little bit of an iridescent look. Okay, so these little guys, what are we gonna do with these little guys, these mushrooms? I think I want to pick up a little bit more of the orange. That way it kind of matches her dress a little bit. So I'm going to come in with the pumpkin orange. Let me move this over here. Pumpkin orange. Boy, that got a little heavy right out the gate there. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted that to be a little bit of a softer touch. So we'll... Yeah, I like that. I think that kind of ties that in together a little bit. My page is a little springy there. Sorry about that, from the water from the Inktense. But that's just kind of the way it goes. And then I think I probably will hit the dots with some, I don't know, maybe glitter gel pens. I haven't decided yet if I want to do that or pencil. Okay. And at the very end, I'll come in with some white Posca and do some highlights on the bottles. But I'll probably do that on my own. I'm liking that. All right, let's grab a little bit of mineral orange, I think. Oops. I like it. All right, so that is good. I think think here maybe a little bit of sand. Okay. Always cracks me up when I can hear my pencils. Like in the video playing back, I always think, gosh, that's my camera does, or my phone does actually pick up a lot of sound, I feel like. You know what, I'm gonna come in here as well with this. Just a little bit. Kind of just a light touch. I just think that adds something. I like it. And then for these little, like her belt and that type of thing, I think maybe we'll go back in with the sienna brown on that again. What do you think? She's kind of a little earthy fairy, but that makes sense because she's tending to the plants, I feel like. These bottles, for some reason, remind me, years ago that was a thing where everybody had, you know, little terrariums, whether they were intended to be that way or you made them, you know, out of bottles and that type of thing. But I remember we had a friend that was into glasswork and made, my mom's friend, and made a bunch of really cool terrariums. My mom was super into plants, and so that was kind of cool. I know those ecosystems are like a whole other thing. You can, you know, plants can live in those things for years and years and years, depending on, you know, the little micro climate in there, so to speak, you know. That wouldn't happen to me though. I'm not too good at that kind of thing. I like it, guys. That's really pretty. Okay, and I really think I'm gonna leave the plants alone. I like that light look. I need to work on the rocks a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, before I forget, let me do her belt, because I did mention that. So let me get back into, let's see, do I already have that pencil pulled or no? Well, of course I do, and of course I also don't know where it's at. So give me just a second. Let me locate that and I'll be right back. Okay, I found it, but I also think I'm going to go in with some terracotta as well. So, and actually, let's pull out a little bit of burnt ochre. So let me do that as well. We'll start with a burnt ochre here just to kind of make a light little coat there. And then let's go in with, oopsie, let's go in with the sienna brown and Open that up a tiny little bit. And then with my terracotta, I think, and another sharpen. Sorry, that was a little loud. Cute. All right, so that is good. And then I think I'll go back in with that sand again and lighten and blend. Actually, right in the center there, I see a little white spot, so we'll just take care of that while we've got this pencil out. Just kind of trying to blend that all together. And I'm going to come in here and do her little cuffs. Is that what that, or little band on the end of her sleeve? And call that good. All right, and then I think we'll go ahead and get started on the little dots. I don't know that I feel like shading those with pencil. Oh, I forgot about this. Here, let's do that real quick. I'm going to start with my sand here while I have it. And these are also, you know, of course, base layered with the Inktense, but they just need a little bit of attention, you know. So we'll do that, and then I feel like just a little bit of deepening up. Maybe more of a, like a chocolate brown. I love pages that are like little worlds. It just makes me happy. Like, you can sort of just get lost in the story behind it, I feel like. These are so cute. To fade that out a little bit lighter. And it makes me wonder how they come up with the the idea for these different images. I guess that's why they're the artists, you know. They have just so much imagination. I can barely think it up, much less draw it, you know. And some of these illustrators that are so prolific and have so many books out there, all with just, you know, different storylines and themes, and I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Here's little greenery here or whatnot that I need to figure out. That might be orange. We might go back with orange on that. I don't want to get these too dark, too shaded, because I like that, the whole lightness, the airiness of the whole thing I'm really enjoying. So I really don't want to get too carried away with that, you know. Oops. Okay. And I think we're going to do that colorless blender here again. Got outside the line a little bit, but I'll go. I don't know where my electric sharpener is right now, and I'm kind of in the coloring mode right now, so I really don't want to get up and find it. So I'll do that off camera. Okay, let me come in with something else. I'm feeling like that's not cutting it. Let me come in with the pale peach and just sort of blend out this whole thing a little bit. This little pencil's getting tiny. I really do need to go through my pencils and put replacements in there, but I do like to try to use them up as much as I can, you know, so that is just a thing. And I'm not even reaching for my pencil extenders. It just doing what I'm doing today. Okay. Okay, so what I see left to do here, we'll definitely do those with the orange. We'll do some shading a little bit on probably mostly the stems of that, you know, just, yeah, some shading here and there, and those dots everywhere need attention. And I think, and of course the Posca work to make it lightened up around the bottles, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call that a day. I don't like to keep you guys too long on these videos. I like to keep them kind of short. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.